everybody.
Welcome back to Join the Anarchy, where all of us talk right over the DM, both an intro and break intro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. Yeah, so hi, welcome to Join the Anarchy, my show.
I think that Travis and I need to
Yeah, so Join the Anarchy, the interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy campaign.
Campaign.
Nice.
Yes. So we are. So the team has discovered some stuff about Shadim, and it is time for them to follow a lead to the Circus Maximus, where they are going to confront the Mercury's Maidens roller derby gang and its leader Larunda.
Are they actually like roller derby? Like, do they actually do like a? Do they compete competitively in roller derby?
They could if they wanted to, but they don't apply themselves.
That's way too organized.
I would if I had a free Saturday.
Is Savinus the... No, okay.
Not yet.
I just wanted to
But
make
thank
sure
you for those 500
we didn't
bits.
overlook that. Yes, thank you for the biddies.
Isn't the complex action guy here tonight? No, just Bobby.
Just Bobby.
We try not to talk about him.
I'm the complex action guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
He's just here.
nice to meet you, Numeric.
Okay.
All right.
Aren't you married? Like,
Hey, everybody, welcome
Calm
to
down,
Complex
calm
Action
down.
Live.
Yeah, so we're leaving the place to go and track these people. So what did we find out about where they are and what time? Like, do we know when and where? We know where they're gonna be, but do we know when?
And midnight, like after midnight.
in the night.
Midnight tonight, guys.
Meet me here at 8.
Meet me at the witching hour.
Yeah. They probably say that. It's
Yeah.
just coded in their Twitter account. Or, sorry, me feed.
The horses rise at the witching hour. That's what that's what it says.
Oh yes.
I love
Make sure
that.
to stop by Taco Shack, because I'm starving.
We have time before we must meet with them tonight. Would you all like to come back to the place where we hang out in the order before we do things?
The coffee house?
The green room?
Yeah, the green room.
Yeah.
We have snacks and a charcuterie plate.
Like a cheese sample plate?
Yeah, cheeses and meats.
Deliverance leans over to Voltar and says, I think he's trying to convert us.
I am not interested.
Coffee and donuts.
And a short talk.
Yeah. Have you heard the good news? No, but
Why don't we just ask chat where that is?
yeah, we do. I do want to hang out because he was going to ask Deliverance some questions. But chat, where is it that they where is Sir George Pureheart's where does he like to chill?
Hangout. Where's his hangout spot?
Oh, right now we're back in his car.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Bobby,
Oh, yeah. I got it. Thank you. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Keep up on it, slave.
Ah.
Thank you, Bobby. Seriously, thank you.
Yeah.
And
So
that is the last session Travis has ever in.
Hooters in the sixth world.
Oh my
Is
god.
in Rome?
well, Pureheart certainly I don't think would hang out in a Hooters.
Yeah, I don't think that would be his deal.
Not unless there was some other reason and he was completely oblivious to the fact that there were big-breasted metahumans there.
Hooters is outdated and out of touch in 2018. Imagine what it is in 2078.
No,
they're all
Hooters
owl
would have
shamans.
evolved. I mean, first off, there wouldn't even be a Hooters, and if there was something similar to a Hooters, it would probably be like crazy cyber augmented waiters and waitresses.
Oh, so Volter could apply.
Yeah, if you had like sexualized versions of cyberware. Probably, I could see something like that, like a body fetish, like a body mod fetishy type of Anyway,
well,
so
we're in the car right now, so that's okay. Yeah. If I see something in chat that I like, then I'll say that's where we're headed toward.
Well, in the meantime, let's say that you're zooming through the streets of Rome at night. The lights, just passing over the cobblestone streets, and the old architecture.
Yeah, exactly. And he says, "Deliverance. Are you a member of the church?"
Not the Catholic Church, but I do follow Christ. Yes.
What if I may ask, what faith do you follow?
Well, we don't really subscribe to any denomination. It's a small church in Detroit, but I suppose the Christian theologists. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Would be the closest to our doctrine.
I see. I was curious how your faith or the congregation you belong to. I was curious how they feel about your talents.
I don't really discuss magic with those in the faith.
Well, to be sure, we don't much either. Catholics, to be sure, are a bit more accepting and tolerant of this type of blood magic. But
what do you mean?
It's well, I mean, we have many rituals and things that require sacrifice and use symbols of blood and flesh. So there's always been a bit more sort of connection there to make the community more welcoming. How do you? It does make me curious though. How did you first come to know this power?
Oh.
Is this conversation happening? No, you're all in the car, right?
All in the car, yeah.
Okay.
Deliverance looks very uncomfortable and kind of side-eyes Voltar and Fritz. What are they doing?
She's looking outside, but occasionally looking back between the two. So she's listening, but she knows that she's not in this conversation, so she's not going to... She's mainly just trying to tune out this awful music. But she is listening to the two of you speak.
Fritz is unconscious in the Matrix. He
Not
has
paying no attention.
Window, and his eyes are hidden by the anime glasses gleam.
He's Pureheart's certainly not oblivious to it, and he does say, "Are you uncomfortable?" I had assumed that that your colleagues were aware, and I do apologize. It's difficult for me. I've lived with this gift for a long time. I sometimes take for granted my comfortableness with it.
It's all right. I grew up essentially on the streets. Didn't have much in the way of anything. And I knew I had something powerful inside me, but nobody to teach me. And so one day I was attempting to break into a place and take what I needed to survive. This was before I started taking things that I didn't need. And I cut myself on the glass, and I instead of hurting, it was almost welcoming, and I was able to use it to help me get what I needed.
Yes, it was It was a selfish act then, when you performed for the first time. Don't be ashamed. It's very common.
No. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of.
We all have, and he puts his hand on, comforting, like trying to comfort and reassure. Puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "We all have. It's a part of human nature."
I went down a dark road for several years, and the hunt for the power consumed me for a long time. And when Jesus finally found me and taught me that there was a better way, I turned my back on that and never looked at it until it was reawakened in a way that it scares me, quite honestly. I don't know if it's okay. I don't know if I can control it. I feel like I can, but it still feels so... It feels good in a bad way.
Well, I have many things to say about this, but let me begin by reassuring you. Are you familiar with Lamentations, chapter 3?
You'll have to remind me.
Verse 32 says, though he brings grief, he will show compassion. So great is his unfailing love. And that is God. His love is unfailing. And no matter what you think about yourself and what you've done with this gift, and truly it is a gift, God does love you. And you must take that love and use the gift that you have to share that with others. That's what I do. That's what we do. Tell me, how does it make you feel whenever you experience this? How does it make you feel? And again, don't be ashamed to tell me. It's something that even I struggle with every day. So I'm sure whatever you have gone through, I've felt myself.
I feel exhilarated.
Yes.
And as soon as it's over, I feel hungry to do it again. And I see people in a different light. Mm-hmm. Anything with blood in it is almost taunting me, it feels.
Yes. You're describing that hunger. It's very tempting, isn't it? Do you, I know you are not a Catholic, but are you familiar with the things the types of rituals that we have, like taking the body and blood of Christ? Are you familiar with things like this?
Transubstantiation, yes.
Yes. Now, many other Christian faiths do things like this, but many of them also don't understand why we do it and why it's talked about in the Bible. So the world is full of all sorts of kindness and love and goodness and joy, but also evil. This is almost a tautology. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. There is evil in the world, correct? But that evil is also a part of us. We're born this way, all of us. And what we do, with these rituals, is every Catholic is performing these rituals of taking the body and the blood of Christ. It's sort of a symbolic stand-in, so to speak, for old ancient rituals of cleansing sin. Back in ancient times, you know that it was blood sacrifice was made
yes.
in the name of God, the one true. Like these things, they're in the Old Testament. We forget that these people think of these as barbaric acts and all of but they were in the Old Testament.
Yes, I know. And the idea is that Jesus' blood replaces all the need for those sacrifices.
Correct. The old Jewish priests in those times they were using the blood of an animal as sort of a replacement for themselves, because to get rid of, if evil is a part of you, the only way for God to remove that evil from you would be to remove you from the world. But he loves all of us, so he would not do that, correct?
Absolutely. No, I understand.
Right.
I am a Christ follower myself. I believe wholeheartedly everything you're saying.
Yes. So that's I only emphasize all of this because I want you to understand and know that these feelings you have, they're normal, and there's nothing wrong with these sorts of sacrifices that we make, and as long as these sacrifices are made for good.
She takes a deep breath and looks out the window and thinks for a moment, and then turns back to him and says, "Pure Heart, what I'm about to say may sound beyond blasphemous. Do you think that Jesus was a blood mage?"
These are questions I've asked myself as well. We cannot know for sure what was in the mind of God at the time, and certainly Jesus Christ, but I do believe that what he was doing, you can call it nothing else.
And so if we are able to control our sorry if we are able to harness this power, clearly not on the level that Jesus did, since I'm certainly not sinless and can't forgive others, but
as we all are.
She pulls down her sleeves that she's been wearing long for a while, and shows him kind of rubs over the scars that are on her wrists, and she says, "If he chose to mark me like this, maybe what I need to do is sacrifice myself for others. But how can love come from such a violent act?"
That's a very good question. There are many things I try to think about when I am thinking about these sorts of sacrifices. John chapter 12 verse 25 says, "Whoever loves his life loses it, and whoever hates his life on this world will keep it for eternal life." Do you understand what that means?
Yes. I've been thinking about that verse every day for the last 6 months.
Well, then you know. The answer is in your heart, Deliverance.
I just can't go back to where I was before. I can't hurt people for this again. I was a monster, Pure Heart. I gobbled up every little bit that I could.
We should learn from the mistakes of our past, but weary yourself from making the mistake of dwelling on it. Nothing good comes from that. We must learn and move on and take the mistakes of our past and use them to guide us as we move forward and help and in sacrifice help others.
I've been doing that for a long time, but it never involved blood magic until now.
To me, I'm sorry, I was interrupting you. Go ahead.
It's complicated. I'm doing this to help others but I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't be on any of these runs at all.
And what makes you say that?
Well, Not all of them are quite so high-minded as taking care of a master enemy.
It's it's quite trite and cliched to say it, but God does work in mysterious ways. We can't always understand why we're on the path that we're on, but we are on it. And the best that you can do is do your best.
Now, I thought you were worried about sounding trite there, Pure Heart.
There are only so many Bible verses I can recite, I suppose. When it ultimately it does come down to those trite thoughts, because there's truth in them, isn't there?
It's fair. That's fair. You've given me a lot to think about. Thank you. I didn't realize that. I thought I was the only one.
Well, if there's anything that you come out of your time with me knowing, I truly hope that it is that you're not alone. And you and I together are not alone. There are others. There certainly are others more numerous that have this gift and do not use the gift for good. The temptation is strong. I know you know that. I struggle with it every day. I truly do.
I'm going to spend a plot point, or not spend one. I'm going to grab one from chat and say that you now park in front of the Castel Sant'Angelo. So I'm going to give that to Palmer.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say, during the car ride, Fritz is in the Matrix, and he's running a program where he is sitting in a car seat and leaning against the window, just like he is, and there's a simulation of Rome running, but there's a little girl in the seat next to him, and she's like looking out the window, and she says, "Oh, Papa, Rome is so pretty. I can't believe we haven't come here before." And he says, "Yes, well, it is. It's a busy life, to be sure." And she says, "I want to get some spaghetti." He says, "Well, we're in Rome. You don't, in Italy, you don't want any other sort of pasta. This is the home of the cuisine." She says, "I want spaghetti." "Then we'll have to get you some spaghetti." And he looks back out the window, and a few seconds pass, and she says, "Papa, do you think that we'll get to go home?" And he sits for a second, and he wakes up out of the Matrix and finds that they're parking, and in German just kind of mutters to himself, "I don't know." And then looks at everyone else.
It's probably not eerily, but pointedly quiet in the car as we're pulling up.
Yeah, and so you see the Castel Sant'Angelo with the giant statue of Saint Michael up top, and it's at the end of that very famous bridge that just crosses the whatever river, and then that river.
Yeah, that's actually perfect, Palmer, because that's that's Saint Michael is Pure Heart's patron, so that would be, of course, where my point being that would be, of course, the natural place that he would go to wait and also ponder and think and meditate and pray before, the next step.
Thank you, the Tiber, Tiberi. River. Yes. So, plot points to
Names.
Deliverance and Pure Heart.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah, as he's leaving, he does. When he pulls up and parks, he says, we can certainly speak more on this later if you would like. I'm always here to talk. So, but for now, let me show you around.
All right.
Did anybody put the Wikipedia link of where we are in chat? I'm doing it now.
Castel Sant'Angelo. It is. I'm looking at the map here. It's E. So it's the Piazza Adriana. Well, actually, I guess you would be across from it. So you would be on Lungotevere Tordinona.
Yep.
Be on that road. So it's like right alongside the Tiber. Tevere. Ugh. I'm sorry, I'm butchering all this Italian.
Apologies to all the Italians.
Yes, thank you. It is just east of the Vatican.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, we just lost
cool.
on.
Hey, we're learning. We're learning.
All of our Italian viewers were like, "Fotiti," and they closed it.
all the one Italian viewers.
All the one,
Yeah.
yeah. This show fucking sucks.
Napoli.
Yeah, now I'm just hearing what all the pedestrians in Assassin's Creed with Ezio call us.
That's true.
Bastardi, and you're like, ah.
Cazzo.
Mamma mia. Okay, so yes.
So we're just waiting. We're just biding time, basically.
I have something that I'd like to do.
Sure.
When Deliverance is alone, because I don't want to talk in front of the whole group. But she'll walk up and, may I speak with you?
Ooh, bam! I think
Thanks for those bits,
buff
Buff.
stuff. I think that
Thanks,
actually
man.
makes him our stream boss. Does it?
Almost.
No,
by
There's still
100
100 left to
Someone
knock
snipe
Nick
him.
Morgan
Someone
out.
snipe him.
Who's gonna get it?
Snipe him, quick.
So when Voltar approaches her, Deliverance says, "Yeah, what do you need?"
I am sorry, but I eavesdropped in the car.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to hide it from the two of you. You've seen me in action. You know what I can do.
I have. Are you feeling guilty of the last run we had? With you being hunted?
Oh, I don't feel guilty of being hunted. I feel... I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get mixed up with all of this. I like you, Voltar. You're my friend, but I wish I wasn't here right now. I wish I was at home with my husband and my kids.
I do not know the feeling of home. It must be nice. I did not come here to speak with you about that, however.
Yeah. What did you want to know?
There were multiple times when we were in trouble. Consider the schoolhouse with your daughter.
Yeah.
You saved her life. I think that is what you should focus on. I know you are religious, but this one you pray to, isn't helping or isn't around. You have faith of something, which is nice. People should have that. You could have faith in a flower, and it will still do nothing for you. You make your own path, Deliverance. Even if it's harmful to you, you are protecting others.
Voltar, the person I was before, you wouldn't recognize me. And no, Jesus may not stop time and stop bullets for me. I have you for that. But his guidance, his principles, his love taught me that I could be a better person, that I didn't have to hurt others, and that there was a better way to live. And I will always be devoted to him for that.
I understand. I do not follow some sort of lord. I look at others around me. That is how I shape my road.
Well, God often speaks to us through the others around us. That's how it was for me. I made a friend. And their example, their light, showed me the way that I wanted to live my life.
You are not your past self, Deliverance. You are a mother, one who protects others. You are your own guardian angel. And the people around you, such as I, am your guardian angel to protect you from incoming violence. I don't remember my mother.
Oh, that's terrible.
According to my father, I was left from some disease.
You had a disease.
It was... help me out here. Was it in Chicago? Detroit?
Yes, Chicago.
Somewhere? Chicago? It was in Chicago.
Really? And you survived?
I don't consider myself a survivor. I am all chrome. God wasn't there for me. I had others.
Deliverance sets her jaw and looks down at the ground. And she says, "You managed to make it through one of the most deadly diseases we know of. And you truly think that God was not watching over you?"
No. I do not remember what happened. My father does, however. Apparently, I was a wreck. Unstable, even. I understand a balance between good and evil, but if your God was so benevolent, do you think he would cause such a person or thing to cause that corruption? Not to mention the act that made me who I am. My path was paved for me, Deliverance. I didn't get a choice.
Do you make choices now?
Rarely. I am making a choice to tell you this, because you are a friend.
Choice is what God gives us. He lets us choose. He gives us the option to keep going. And the people who took away your choice, that is the evil in the world, but the good comes from the Lord. And those good people that surrounded you, his light shines through many people.
Perhaps he is shining through you.
Oh, I hope so. I don't know. I try.
You are a good person, Deliverance. I will not fully believe this phenomenon. However, you do make points that is comforting.
You believe whatever you need to at whatever your timing is, my dear. But I am telling you that I would not be alive if it were not for Jesus. I'd be dead in a ditch 20 years ago.
I understand that. You wouldn't be alive if I didn't pick you up and jump at that helicopter.
Yeah, that was, we've had some interesting times in our short time knowing each other, haven't we?
We have. I do not know what you are going through personally. However, I do hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I do. And your choice has been stripped from you. And when you see my faith, I know it makes you feel like I have no choice, that I'm slavishly devoted, but I am not. I am a free woman. I've chosen to follow Christ, and he has given me freedom. I can walk away at any time.
I will not persuade you otherwise. It is not my place. Just have an open mind, Deliverance. Some of these things that Pureheart are saying sound forced or trained.
He is a man who likes to hear himself talk. That's true.
He is.
Meanwhile, he's looking in a mirror.
Right now, he's talking to someone else too. Right now, he's not even.
I heard you guys. I heard you. He was talking to himself in the mirror.
Yeah. One thing that growing up on the streets of an Area Zero zone will teach you is that not everything is as it appears. Danger comes in all forms, but I don't get the sense that Pureheart is dangerous.
I don't either.
Not to us, anyway.
Nice. Just
nice.
A little preachy.
I'd say he leans in that direction, yes. You're very insightful, Vortar. I don't think most people realize how closely you're listening because you're mostly metal.
I am.
I appreciate your insight and your concern. I'm as okay as I'll ever be, I think. I think there's a lot of things that could be much worse right now.
Well, Detroit is on fire.
Yeah.
I think that is pretty bad.
My entire family's alive. And the people I thought were going to kill me are not the people that are going to kill me. So it'll have to be somebody else who takes me out.
I will not let that happen.
Yes. Like I said, stopping bullets.
I am made for that, though my metal has been punctured a few times.
Man, if I ever stop this, maybe you can come live with me. Those people that are looking for me won't stop anytime soon.
I would like that. Though I would have to break ties with my father.
I thought you said you didn't have a home.
It's a warehouse.
You live in a warehouse?
I do.
Well, I suppose none of us live anywhere anymore.
I was scheming and I don't like it. I have to cover you.
Do you feel that cold wind?
Do you hear that? It's nothing.
I had a shiver down my spine.
What is happening?
Pureheart, I think, definitely has gotten up and said, I think it's time for us to go now.
Yeah, the distant chimes of whatever giant clock is in Rome, surely. I mean, ding, bells, ding. Probably from the Vatican, I guess. The Vatican would probably have those, right?
That sounds about right.
It's what
Maybe.
Pureheart's alarm on his comlink sounds like.
It's actually just playing through your comlink.
Just
ding,
ding,
ding.
Bong. It's
Lots
time.
of clanging bells.
We must be off to check on these Mercury Maidens. I hope you all had some rest and some thought and meditated, or he says or had time to pray, or of course meditate if you're not so inclined. But we must go now.
I want to say something clever, but all I can.
Here it goes.
Where's mine?
We must go now.
Bobby, it's not real.
You're not really pure heart.
Acting.
Pureheart comes back with another, like a 6-pack, and he's like, sorry.
It's time to go now.
This is.
I'm also an alcoholic.
He just like
Mention that.
puts the cap on the roof of his car, and he's like, all right, where are we going?
So Voltar and Deliverance, give yourself a plot point for that scene.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was intense, guys. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Well done, Paige.
Yeah, well done, Deliverance. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, well done, well done.
Yeah, no. The reason that I was like, are you gonna tell her which warehouse? Because then that would tie back to like episode 1.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Like,
Maybe
Okay,
later.
fine.
She still hasn't told them what she really is, too. So.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so let's go, and we find ourselves at the Circus Maximus in Rome. What's a good song for Circus Maximus in Rome? Probably.
That's what it's like.
But it's on a church organ.
No, I'll do like a stealthy one.
Welcome to the Circus Maximus. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
All right. So, you approach the Circus Maximus. As we described, it's a penis-shaped coliseum.
I love that that's the descriptor we're going for.
Yeah.
It is long and round-tipped.
Yes.
Welcome to the Phallus Maximus.
It is hard to penetrate. The security is tight.
Oh my god.
You've got to have some real balls to get in there.
Oh my god. Welcome to Join the Anarchy.
We are adults. We are adults.
All right, so we come into the Circus Maximus.
If you sorry.
Woo! All right, make sure you guys have protection.
All right, we got that out of our system.
Just-
Okay.
Okay, it's done. It's done.
Keep
No abuse
milking
jokes.
all the jokes.
Yeah.
Gotta earn that maturity.
Right. So, so I'm thinking about the place. It would be a landmark in Rome. So I would imagine that there's security. So then I'm wondering. Well, I guess since they're like smash and grabbers, they're probably gonna like flash mob the place. I'm thinking that might be their idea.
Like they overwhelm security is what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Unless it's abandoned. Is it abandoned?
No,
No,
I mean,
it's
it's a
big
ruin,
tourist.
but it's a big tourist ruin. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even a ruin. I think the whole thing is still standing.
I would
more or
imagine
less.
so. I wouldn't be surprised.
And as you all right, so there's security that's kind of like guarding the place. The question is, are you waiting for them to go? Are you waiting for something to happen, or do you want to already be inside of the Circus Maximus for their arrival?
I think I'd want to be inside.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So then, let's describe how are we getting into the Circus Maximus.
front door.
Invisibility. I cast invisibility.
It is a tourist area. Is it open right now?
No, it's nighttime. Right?
Not
Like
no, it's
just
midnight.
before midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right,
no.
witching hour.
Yeah.
Right. So there would be, if you want to go in through the front door, you're gonna go invisible. You have mass invisibility, right?
Yep.
All right,
Make
go ahead and roll your
invisible.
sorcery.
Sorcery. What sorcery is this?
Invisibility, bitches.
Invisibility. Ooh, let's re-roll that. 4 successes.
4 successes. All right. So you all get, it works. So you all get, what's the bonus to stealth that they get?
It is target group may re-roll 2 failed stealth dice.
Okay.
Nice.
And we'll say that you won't have to make stealth tests unless you like make a noise or something, or
Okay.
yeah. But for the most part, like you can't be seen, right? So you're not going to trigger anything just by walking past. If you walk very close to a security guard, then we'll do a stealth test. But
Just
So,
try to avoid anything and everything.
yeah. So there are 2 entrances to the Circus Maximus, it looks like. There's the front, which is at the tip of the penis. And there's the one, and there's the one at the base of the penis.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like these
Shaft.
big, they're the big archways. The shaft is where they race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go up and down the shaft.
Yeah. Up
Mhm.
and down. The race back and forth.
Yeah.
Just cancel us now, Twitch.
Just-
Put us out.
Yeah. There's some staff members sitting like.
Yeah.
Oh man, what do I do about this?
Yeah.
The boss.
It's not even against TOS. It's just not funny.
The Circus Maximus is also surrounded by a bunch of archways. So it looks, based on the pictures I'm seeing, it looks like there's just like this long running hallway
Mhm.
around it that's just made, and then like there's lots of like archy entrances. So that might be a place to like kind of border around. But thanks, Nick.
Thanks for the money.
Damn, 865
while,
bit. Man.
while we were talking, did the stream boss get knocked down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry,
you guys having
buff
a thing,
stuff.
so we got, yeah.
It was buff stuff. So
Buff stuff
buff
was
stuff.
rough.
give yourself an edge.
Yep.
Treat yourself to an edge.
It.
All right. So yes. So that's. You could also climb it. It's about. What would you, that looks to me like 4 or 5 stories tall.
Like the big center pillars?
No, like
or
just
like
the whole.
sides?
All of the sides
Okay.
really are. They're very, very tall. I mean, you have like the stadium seating going up, and then some extra columns. So it looks. I would call it like maybe 5 or 6 stories high. It would be the architecture of the thing. So if you wanted to scale the walls, you could do that too. So, what do you want to do?
They're easily scalable?
I would say yeah. I mean, the thing is made of brick and stone. If you have climbing equipment or the ability or anything, athletics would probably help as well in this.
I have athletics.
Yeah. So Voltar could probably scale this, but I don't know about everyone else, like Fritz
Yeah,
and
I don't think I
Fritz
can.
and and Pure Heart with
Yep.
all that heavy armor.
Yeah, Pure Heart doesn't climb things.
I can do recon and then make a distraction.
Ooh.
I'll do
I like
that.
that. Sure, let's do it.
I'll climb over.
All right, give me that athletics.
Athletics.
Pure Heart is letting the professionals here take the lead in how to get into here. He's not. Subtlety is not his forte.
My God,
Jeez.
I'm re-rolling that.
Solid
then my-
0. Thanks,
And then my
roll 20.
rerolls.
Sorry.
5 successes.
Okay. All right. So at first you have a little bit of difficulty, but then you're able to find footing here and footing there, and then you're able to just like pa 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 and just like parkour your way up. So you get to the rim of the Circus Maximus. Yeah.
Bobby, you're fired. I don't care if you own this. You're fired.
Hey, I was trying really hard not to say anything. I didn't say anything.
And yeah, and like the whole interior is, I think it's like dirt or sand on the inside, on the floor, but all of the you would imagine that mischievous roller skaters would have a lot of interest in roller skating on the seats that surrounds the arena. It seems the interior seems to be empty aside from a couple of like, I would say, positioned security guards. Like they're like sitting on folding chairs.
Okay.
One on each end.
I'm going to.
One. There are exactly 2 security.
Well,
I mean, I guess
there's
that
also
makes
there's
sense.
security on the outside, but yeah, there's.
Why would
they
you
can
have a
see
bunch?
the entire arena. Like there's
Exactly.
nothing. It's hard to really hide.
Fair point.
Well, I do like to have my screwdriver for tweaks, and just in case if my plating falls off. But
Ooh, wait. And I guess, yeah, because you make that good point, there would also be a drone that's flying around on top. I would say that every place has to have, especially like landmarks, would probably have a drone security that just keep like an eye in the sky kind of thing.
At least a cheap fly spy or something.
Volker will tell the group that there's a drone, and she'll ask Fritz if she can knock it out of the sky, or he can knock it out of the sky. That could be our distraction.
Genius.
Sure, yeah. It's shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, I would call it like, I wouldn't call it a fly spy, maybe like a roto drone.
Yeah, I was
It's like a
picturing
little-
like a little ball dude, like floating.
So,
Okay.
hacking.
You want to hack it? Hack it.
Sure. Let us do it. Wait, hold on. Did I roll the correct amount of dice?
12.
Well, that's 5.
Nice.
5 successes.
Do I want to spend an edge on this?
No. No.
If you do, I can as well, and I could also double check
That's
to
true.
see if I even use the correct amount. 'Cause yeah.
You know what? We're almost at the end of the session, so yeah, I'll edge.
Damn it. Come on, roll 20. Give him bad dice.
Perhaps.
Are you gonna edge?
No.
No? Okay. I got 6 with that reroll. So
I got 1 above.
yeah. So you're having a hard time getting into this drone, probably because it's protected by the city of Rome. You're thinking that as long as you avoid, I mean, first off, you're invisible, so the drone's not going to be able to see you. As long as you guys stay invisible, and given all of the commotion that might occur soon, you might be able to like deal with the drone for now, and then if you ever need to, Voltar or somebody can shoot it out of the sky.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had it, and then I just kind of had. I felt like I had to sneeze, and all of a sudden it cheated.
Yeah, it's got a good firewall.
Well, we should be able to get in unnoticed with Deliverance's help. We really don't need the distraction, but I can cause one if needed. Or wanted.
Yeah, maybe we can probably sneak by.
Yeah, and I would say I'll spend this plot point that the arches are not just like open, right? Because the place is a tourist attraction. There would probably be like a set of glass doors and the whole like security checkpoint. Just to like do like a metal detector and all that. But like the standard museum entrance stuff. So the glass doors would be locked, and there's security posted indoors.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a plot point. 2 girls in roller skates come by, and they're like kind of like laden down. They have a bunch of stuff, and they're really quiet. They quickly come up to one of the doors, and they set explosives on it, and then skate away. And
whoa!
Oh!
I think Deliverance doesn't see this. She just goes, "Who blew up the entrance?" Like...
And at that moment, I'm gonna go ahead and use that same plot point you get me. All of a sudden, like this horde of female roller skaters just like takes like just into that into the smoking hole that they've created. The drone in the sky is starting to just like to get in position. The security guards are like panicking. There's a commotion and a ruckus, and other security guards are making that are on the perimeters are making their way in and seeing the giant commotion that's being caused, and they're being overwhelmed, and they're going to be calling for backup soon.
So what was our plan? Did we need the leader alive or like uncaptured? Like, do we need
Everyone must live.
Well, we need the leader.
Well, what I mean is, like, do we want them to not be captured by the security?
So,
right, because there's an email. To remind, there's an email scam that got sent out to this ghoul, who then ended up being somehow involved in that ritual to bring back a Master Shedem, and that email was from the MeFeed host that belongs to this gang.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest we get the leader. I will take out the guards near me.
I don't know if we need to worry about the guards so much as keeping up with the maidens here.
I am more worried about backup. In combat procedures, security and a explosion do not mix. They will call police or other.
At this point, they would have already, like, you're not really in advantageous positions to take out all of the security, and ultimately, like, there's going to be backup here soon. And really, it's very obvious that the Mercury's Maidens don't give a shit. They're going to come in, wreak havoc, skate around the thing, and bail before backup arrives. So it's if you had to condense the situation, it's you have a limited amount of time to find the leader, grab her, and get out before backup arrives.
Okay, I think I'm going to perceive astrally. I want to see if I can see which one is her.
That might be hard to do since you don't know anything about her.
I mean, wouldn't I be able to see, like, the spirit or something? No?
But you don't know what her astral signature would even look like. All you know is her name, and you wouldn't get that from an astral signature.
And so maybe I'm misunderstanding how the Shedem works. I thought it was a very clear, like, dark magic thing. Like, I could...
Oh, because you think that she might be a Shedem?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't even have you roll. I won't have you roll. You don't see anyone that looks like that has that aura on them.
Oh, okay.
So either if the leader is a Shedem, she's not here, or the leader is not a Shedem and she is here.
Okay.
Or she has her aura masked.
Can I spend a plot point
Sure.
for something that might help us out?
Sure.
I will spend a plot point and say that the leader has these custom-made rollerblades that stick out from the others.
Ooh.
Custom, how, I don't know. Maybe chat can help me out with that.
Yeah, flashy rollerblades. What does flashy rollerblades in the Sixth World mean, chat?
Well, I'll help give you a descriptor plot point. All of their rollerblades are electric.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
Now
fucking
it's
LED
really
lights.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah,
And now I
LED
can turn
lights
them off.
all over the place. Yeah. So then that would mean instead, let's make perception tests and see if we can spot the one that looks the most out of place.
Pure Heart is casting a spell.
It's willpower plus logic. All right, Pierheart, what you doing? What you doing?
So sorcerer. I'm making a sorcery test to cast growth on himself.
Oh my god.
2 successes. No. How about?
Wait, are you inside the penis-shaped object or
Outside.
Okay, so you're just preparing.
It's growing on the outside.
He kneels down and takes his hammer out and puts it down and kneels down and says, "The Lord will be my light." And you got 2 successes, 2 hits. I'm not gonna edge this.
What does growth do again?
So it says on a sorcery willpower test, character gets +1 pip per hit for all strength and agility tests while sustained.
Nice.
Wow.
So I got +2 on strength and agility tests.
So that means on like not every die. It just means like you get to add it to a single.
So I get to add 2 to a single die, is what you're saying.
Right. Or you can also do 1 and 1 to 2 dice. So like maybe 2 4s. You can make them 2 5s.
I've got 2 pips I can spread around. Got it.
Yeah.
Pierheart makes me miss my Inquisitor, and I really want to play him again.
That's fine. No, what you see is he does this, and a light does surround him, and he does. You do. It's only 2 hits, I guess. So I would say it's not a whole lot, but you see him. You see him physically, like he gets larger, and he gets up and starts. Because you said they're streaming in at this point, right?
Yeah.
He, without hesitation, after he does that, he stands up and begins with dire purpose, striding towards this stream of people, getting ready to if he gets close enough, he's gonna try to just knock one down. Like anyone that he gets to, he's just gonna knock one down.
Sweep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Got it.
Nick Morgan's plot point that the leader has that the wheels of the skates are blades.
Yes.
And so when she's moving around, there's just sparks like crackling off of her skates when she
Love that.
goes around.
Nice.
This is awesome because I just imagine that she can like actually fight in those roller skates and shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, I would imagine to be practical also they wouldn't just be like pizza cutter like rollerblades,
Right.
Yeah,
right? Like there's the wheels, but then they also have like the
They're
blade
tipped
right
as
on
well.
you're tipped on. Yeah, so then that's what's causing the sparks. And yeah, she could probably fucking Ooh,
I want those
kick fight.
rollerblades, guys.
Kick fight with Voltar.
Mhm, I want those rollerblades.
Okay, sorry, one more plot point. This, I don't know how much this will change, but some of the girls bend down towards their skates that are sparking and use the sparks to light Molotov cocktails and start throwing them around.
Oh my god, I love these ladies.
Nice.
I want to be a part of this gang.
So
Okay, so then
badass.
they all have the sparky blades things. So it's not just
Well,
hers.
no, it's like I have family who do roller derby. It's like they have the leader who has the sparks, and then they come in formation behind her and light their Molotovs off of the leader's sparks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's all, they're like very well
Nice.
choreographed, and like they have a lot of like.
There's
tea
like
going on.
swish, 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 swish.
Yeah,
like-
they look
There's also-
amazing.
There's also there's always the two girls on the side of the leader, so if someone comes up, they just like ram the person off to the side or whatever.
Yeah.
I got 6 successes for that
Perception test. I got 2.
6
All right.
successes. Hard to say.
All right, yeah. So you notice that there is Deliverance. You notice that there is that one person that everyone's lighting the Molotov cocktails off of their like sparks, and she matches the. I mean, they're all young. She's 21. She looks 21, and she does look like she has that. Based on her outfit and just general demeanor, she looks like she's leading this pack. Like you kind of get that. You get that feeling that that's probably her.
She's running things. Okay. All right. Well, let's get her.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
And,
close is she?
Um.
To, like anyone?
Well, let's see. So we're gonna say that this is going on at the tip.
Okay.
The tip entrance.
Is it just?
then- Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Or is it?
Just the tip. Not
Just it.
And then I would say, Voltar, we said that you were kind of like on the side. You were scaling the walls, right? So it would take you, like, you're probably seeing them already starting to pour into the circus, into the Maximus. And then the three of you are outside, but you see Pureheart is already, like, moving in to engage.
Yeah, it's great, too. Anybody looking out, like, because he just steadily walks out and leaves the protection of the invisibility spell. So he just, like, boom, appears into existence with his hammer glowing bright, and he's just like,
Justice needs to be served.
Yeah.
Like,
So then, I think what we should do is let's do one round of initiative, like turn order, and then I think that'll be it for the night. Yeah.
sure. I mean, I have to run up there, so that's my turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you already see people like coming in. You could potentially just jump down and meet them. But either way, it's going to be an athletics test. So, but starting with me. So the Mercury's Maidens are, now that they have their Molotov cocktails, they're just going to I don't know what they would want to attack exactly.
Just anything.
I'm just imagining mayhem, like they're just throwing
Yeah.
them and just like flames are licking up everywhere.
There's
Sure.
one person who's just pushing over a trash can.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Damn it. Not the trash can.
Those monsters.
Yeah, if anything, somebody drops one of the Molotov cocktails into that trash can, so then it just like lights on fire. There's like trash. Like basically, these people are just trying to trash and cause as much mayhem as possible.
Yeah, well, the Molotovs would be a good distraction and like make them, like, the guards get off of them and like try and take care of them.
Yeah. Put
You
out the
see
fire.
the security guard that was on the inside is already being like dragged away by the two girls who are just picked him up, and he's just like kicking in the air like, what? And like he gets like just tossed into a bathroom, and someone walks in with like a rebar and just like and just locks him in there.
Oh boy.
So -1 security guard.
So, but
No.
they did like specifically didn't kill him. They just like
No.
locked him in the
Locked him
bathroom.
up.
Yeah, no, these are from what you're seeing, they're about causing mayhem, but not murder per se. They're just
Gotcha.
they're flash mobbing the Circus Maximus.
murder.
The security guards on the inside are probably going to be running in, and they're going to be drawing their firearms. And I guess they're going to start like kind of shooting indiscriminately at this like incoming wave of massive people, and they're just like backing up and firing, but they're like, Jesus fucking Christ, and like these bullets are just like spraying into the dirt and sand, getting kicked up, and they're just like avoiding it entirely as they're going through all of the stands, making their way down and like in formation. So like you see them all like some are like climbing up the stands, and then they're all just kind of like going down, and with their lights, they're making basically like a fucking light show. And you see like a second drone has shown up with like a video camera, just like taking
Nice.
video of this. I think that would be the whole situation currently. So Voltar, you're first.
I'd like to get to the leader. The little
right.
minions I don't need.
All right. Yeah. The leader is currently holding up a giant like AR hologram sign, like gang sign for the Mercury's Maidens, which is like this. It's like a high heel. It's a high heel with like roller skates on it and wings.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe not a high heel. I don't know. That's like too femmy. No, it would just be roller skates.
No
It would be
rollerblade.
roller. Yeah, it would be rollerblades with. Yeah, so it's not just it's not like the Hermes sandal. It's a rollerblade with the wings.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to get to her.
All right.
Because right now I'm far away, so I have to run up there.
All right. So yeah. So you see this like this AR symbol just and just at the right possible time you can pounce down. It's gonna be a far drop. But if you land at just the right time, you can use her to break your fall or some other person. But like ideally, you want her to break your fall so that you can tackle her and get
I have an
hands on
idea.
her. So
Okay, I'm gonna pre-edge this then.
all right. So remember that's +1 die, and 4s count as successes.
That would be the athletics, correct?
Yep.
Roll 20, please. Okay. And then I have no 4s in there. But I do have 4 successes.
Well, 5 actually. Wait. You pre-rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're using a second edge to oh no, these are the athletics things.
Those are my re-rolls.
So you actually have a 5th success because the 4 counts.
Oh, that's the 4. That's
still.
true. 5 successes.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
Oh man. Do I want to do this?
re-roll
I'm
if I
gonna.
wanted to.
You could, because I'm probably going to.
All right,
it's
then
just
I will.
too easy. I'm gonna spend
Then
an edge.
I will. Let's see.
So you know that I also got 5 successes, so that's why it's like a tie, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I will re-roll as well then.
Okay.
I'll spend another edge. I don't care. Okay.
That's her.
I have to do math. Hold on. 3. Do my re-rolls count if I re-roll? Does that make sense?
Reroll.
I mean, like they're
Reroll.
Like my athletics re-rolls, like my bonuses that I get to my athletics test. Since
Oh.
I'm re-rolling, do I have?
I would say no, because the point of the rerolls is that it's just those dice, that dice pool. So,
I got 6 successes.
all right. So you hop down, and there's just this slight September gust that just knocks
damn
you
it.
off a little bit, and
that September
and
gust.
Yeah, and she's able. Huh?
Can I spend a plot point and say that sign also gets caught by the wind and they both fall down?
It's an AR hologram.
So?
How does it get? That doesn't make any sense.
It's okay. I got it. I got
Keep
it.
the
I got
plot
an
point.
idea too.
Yeah.
All right, but you land. You just miss it, but you do tackle some other person, and you see her just swing by, like zoom by, and you do have a second movement. So if you want
Can
to
I
like
throw
chase
this
her
bitch
down,
at that bitch?
yes, you can. Go ahead and give me a projectile weapons. Or you know what? Let's make this strength plus strength. Let me not be an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Improvised weapon.
I'll use my last edge to pre-edge this. Okay, so that's 5
4
successes.
plus 5. Okay. All right. And do you have any bonuses to any rerolls to your strengths?
I don't think I do. I think it's all athletics based, and yeah, I don't think I do.
Okay. All right. So describe how you just lunge, like describe how you do this.
Okay, so Voltar, she practically like swan dives this one rollerblader, and of course I bet this rollerblader is like, "Who the fuck are you? Get off me!" type of thing.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that hurts! What the fuck was that? Because he also can't see you because you're invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll, as I'm like grabbing her, I'm imagining that'll break me out of my invisibility, but that's fine.
No, that's not. It's not like
Oh.
D&D. You're still
Oh, so I'm just good. Okay, so yeah, so Voltar she stands up, looks at the rollerblader who she was aiming for, grumbles to herself, goes down, picks this girl up by the coat of her collar, and just whips her around at this one. The leader,
she just goes flying like you just toss her like a sack of potatoes, boof, and just beam her in the back, and she topples down. The AR sign just dissipates into the stone, and And they're screaming. Anyone that's like on the edge that saw that turn around and try to like help her up. What do? You still have I think one more movement.
One attack, right? Was her leaping down a movement or an attack?
I mean, I feel like it counts as both almost.
Kind of does. That's up to you, Oz. I don't mind either way.
No, fine. Let's give you another movement and attack.
Okay. First things first, I want to walk up to this group. I imagine that they're scrambling. I'm just going to start dragging the leader away. Since they can't see me, I might as well make this look like a poltergeist.
Right. So just like, she just starts getting dry, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I'll take her, I don't know, somewhere secretive. I'll like flip her over my shoulder so she can't, all she can really do is just kick and scream, and that's about it.
All right, so they just see her like she's no longer being dragged on the floor. She gets hoisted, and then she's like floating away.
Yeah.
All right. The circus is pretty big though, so I'd say you're still there.
Am I close to like where? Because I leaped down.
You have to go back to the closest is the tip.
Cool.
But you're still like on the side of the circus, so you have to like. I would say that with your cyber legs and all that, you're probably like you're getting there, but you're still in the circus. You're still in the
I'm
mayhem.
Full on sprinting, running. So
yeah, Fritz.
So Fritz finds a nice place safe place to sit down, and since he's invisible, he's totally good, and goes into the matrix, and then sees one of the signatures being carried away by Voltar. And he sees the other rollerbladers start to chase after, and he waits. I'm gonna spend a plot point just to make the stars, I guess the roller skaters align, so that like they see that their leader is being taken away, and a group of 3 starts rolling after her, and one of them gets in front of the other 2, and he's gonna turn off that chick's roller skates. And they turn them off, so she falls and they topple over her.
Excellent. Give me that hacking roll.
Alright, so 3, but I'm not. Homie don't play that. We're gonna re-roll. Alright, 6.
6. Alright, yeah, so describe the wipeout.
Yeah, so they're very adept at what they do. They are expert roller skaters, and this chick, like, all 3 of them do like this quick turn and see that she's getting away, and this one's just, they're so fast, and this one's catching up, and then there's just a moment where she thinks she's gonna get her, and she reaches out for her, and then she goes, what? And then it like trips and hits the ground, and the other 2 are like, what? And then they both trip over her and biff it, and then they're all like, what?
Nice.
This place is haunted, guys.
Deliverance.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to ease Voltar's way. But I don't see one.
Remember that if anybody wants to, like Pure Heart, if you wanted to spend a plot point, you can jump ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can I spend one to go after you, Oz? Can I drop down? Or does that cost a bunch?
Sure, no, I think that's fine.
I'd like to see what happens first.
You're changing the order?
React, if that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll spend that.
Sure.
Shuffle the order.
Bam. Okay. Pure Heart.
Pure Heart at this point sees that Voltar has the principal in hand and is just moving to defend and make sure that nothing, as Scrim put it, easing the way, making sure nothing gets in the way. So
You're religious, part the Red Sea.
Yeah, right, exactly. As anybody...
Actually, Deliverance, I feel like it would be more fair to put you after Pure Heart, but not me. Does that make sense? Because like you'd basically be missing an entire round. Unless you do.
Well, since it's the first round, I'm seeing it as going at the end of the round.
Okay.
I know we never really mess with that. Usually you're last, and then the round starts next. But I haven't taken a turn, and neither of you, so I feel like it's fair.
Okay. Sure.
So if there's anybody coming up the rear, that's what he's going to do. He's basically just going to, use his hammer to
just start smashing through.
Knock him down.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, home runs. Go ahead and give me your close combat.
All right. So we've got close combat using the Warhammer, specialization in Warhammer.
Yes.
Can you imagine finding like a legendary weapon in like Diablo or something that's called Warhammer, and then the perk on it is Warhammer?
Yeah.
Warhammer.
I think the it would be the text would be duh.
Yeah.
Right,
I also have
comfortable with the level of success?
I'm indomitable close combat, so I'm going to reroll 2 of those. So, well, that's 4 hits. Also I get to add pips. Are there any 4s in there? There's 1 4.
I do see 4.
There's 2 4s.
So there's 2 4s. You're right.
I have.
So I will call that 6 hits, and I'll take it.
Bam. All right. So describe what you do. Describe the havoc that you wreak. Feel free to take out as you can take out. It's trash mob. So go ahead.
Yeah. So there's there are 2 coming up behind. They're like skating, right? So they're like coming up because they see her. What's going on with Lalula or whatever her name is? And they're coming up behind her, and so Pureheart gets between them, and they're staggered. There's a few of them staggered behind each other. So he just comes this way and wham, knocks this one down, and then comes underneath and bam, knocks them both down, and then just swings his hammer around and just gets ready for takes a stance and gets ready for anybody else who's coming up behind us. He's just walking backwards with Voltar. And
nice.
Defending her rear.
Thank you.
Flash mob, more like trash mob.
Yeah.
All right. So you're currently also in this. So then that means that you're in the circus as well.
Yep. He has moved up to take in a defensive position behind, coming up the rear behind Voltar. Yeah.
All right. So so you're covering the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. She's being hoisted. So I guess she would feel that she's being carried away.
There's definitely a
She's
good
probably
grip
not-
on her.
Yeah, so she's probably not dumb, and she might want to attack it. Now that
Try me,
said, I don't think she would be able to do it with the with her rollerblades. Like, there's no real angle if she's hoisted forward. So, what other weapon would a roller skater have? Probably just like daggers or something, like knucks.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nux.
I'm trying to think of
Nuts.
like street gangs too that actually
Just,
fit
like,
their.
Punch
Yeah.
her in the back of the head.
honestly, I really want to say because they seem so much like Jet Set Radio. I really want to say like a spray can that's like filled with like a flamethrower or something. I don't know. But a spray can of some sort.
You're about to get maced by
I know.
Kate, and it was your idea.
Yeah. Well, give yourself a plot point for that.
Thank you.
And go ahead and give me a defense test. I'll make my attack less because she can't actually see you. She's just kind of guessing where she's spraying.
Okay. Thank you, computer.
And
I'm sorry. What's my defense test again?
agility plus logic.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
I'm going to spend my last edge on this because, lol. I really want to make this happen. Come on. Fine.
You said you're gonna make that threshold lower, or do I get a point?
No, me. Like, I'm just letting you know that my roll is going to be easier.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, like, it's going to be lower on my end.
Are you sure? 'Cause I got a 1 out of 10 dice.
Would you like to spend edge? Thank you to
don't have-
chat for all of this edge.
I don't
Yeah,
think
holy crap.
I don't think I have any edge left.
Oh,
I
darn.
would though.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I give
So
you a glitch die?
Okay, that you can do.
Okay.
So
That
give
might
me
help
spend a
me.
plot point. Spend a plot point. All right,
Yep.
glitch die. That's true. We haven't really done any glitch dice.
Yeah,
We've been too
haven't
busy
really
role
done.
playing, and we forgot that we could do this to each other. Glitch, nothing.
Damn.
Force mean nothing. All right, so you suddenly feel her able to like rest a hand, and suddenly you just see in your periphery this spray can, and just like she's just like wildly spraying, and like this pink. Would it be pink? Is she that kind of pink? No, she.
I do kind of imagine
red.
neon colors, though.
I think like a neon blue. That's like a
Blue.
very like
Blue,
Blue green.
yeah.
neon red, or green.
Red.
Neon green. I like neon green. We'll go
Yeah.
neon green. Yeah, so like this neon green just like just covers your face and gets on top of your cyber eyes, and you are
Great.
currently fucking blinded.
Great!
Freeze frame. That's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
Wow, I gave this character this weapon.
Yeah.
I'm going to also have you roll a glitch die.
Okay, because we all know that I'm
funsies.
great at those.
I just want to see.
Don't worry, Storm Mage. It's definitely not the only spray can. That she
Or
has.
actually, hold on.
Definitely not the only
Before you roll that glitch die,
Mm-hmm.
give me, I guess it would be an athletics test. Yeah.
Why, may I ask?
To not get, to not trip and fall. And I'm giving you a
okay.
glitch die on that.
Okay, well, here's my first athletics test.
Okay.
So 6 successes. Sorry,
That's
7.
Damn.
And then my glitch. 3.
And nothing on the glitch die. All right, so yeah, so even though you're blinded, you had a good trajectory, a good enough trajectory in your memory, and luckily, because it's cyber eyes, spray paint doesn't hurt your eyes, so you can just keep fucking going. But you know the trajectory, and like you do your best to like course correct yourself and like head towards Pure Heart, and hopefully you can like transfer her to him so that he can
He's behind me currently.
No, he was covering the like. I know he said your rear or whatever, but like
Yeah.
when he
Oh,
when
okay.
he's like he's at the exit, he's covering the exit so that you can run at him.
I wonder. Can I tell the team that I'm virtually blind at this point? Like I'm running blind?
Yes, and yes, and they would probably also see because everybody has like whatever field of vision people have. Like so they just see like there's I like
Green.
purple. I like purple from Soy Mage, but and we don't have to actually make that like an entry, but I like purple.
Yeah.
So purple. You just see like this field of purple and like black basically really is just like just
I
cover her
really hope
eyes.
that's not permanent. I really hope it's not permanent.
Some polish it'll come off and turpentine.
Yeah, in your
little,
eyes.
little turpentine in the eyes.
You can pop them out, I'm sure,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
for maintenance. Deliverance.
Jesus.
We'll do Deliverance's turn, and that'll be the full round, and then we'll end it for the night.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let me explain what I want to do, and you can let me know if I am
Sure.
confused. What I want to do is I conjure a spirit of air, and it has the engulf critter amp, which if successful, the target can't move. So what I'd like to do is engulf the lady being carried by Voltar,
Larunda.
so that she can't do any more attacks. Larunda, yeah.
Okay.
Is that because does kind of move mean she can't like go from one place to another, or does it mean she can't do anything?
It means that she can't move. She can try and break out of it, right? But like she's like that's going to be her action. And in SR5, engulf also causes suffocation, but since that's not part of the thing here, you can just assume that.
There is some stun damage, so that's probably
Okay.
what that's meant to be.
So that's what it is. It's choking the air out of her a little bit.
Okay, then I will conjure that spirit right away here with my conjuring. That's 10 dice. 5.
Ding. All right. Yeah, you definitely conjure an air spirit.
Okay, so you see starting up right in front of you, Voltar. No, you don't see it. because you're blind. But I see in front of Voltar, the sand starts to kind of stir, and then it sort of like whips into this big globule, like sort of. It's not even like a humanoid shape, like it's a big globule. And then all of the air just rushes up to Larunda. And I need a strength plus willpower against my attack.
Yeah. Ah, jeez.
3. Well, I'll edge that. Why not? 9.
Oh my god.
Glitch die.
Holy moly.
Glitch die.
Yes!
God damn. All right. All right. Well, you got 8 net hits. How much damage is that?
Wow.
That's 12 stun damage.
She's
Am I
dead.
carrying a dead body at
No,
this
she's
point?
not dead. She's not dead. It's
Armor
dying.
avoidance.
Oh, it's armor avoidance?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, like,
Is she like unconscious?
no, like 8 of that goes through. She's not unconscious. Jeez.
But she can't move.
That's when armor avoidance is actually, like, fucking awesome when you edge. And with the glitch die, let's just say that how do you want to do it? Do you want to do you want her knocked out so that we don't have to worry about her anymore and just kind of deliver her right into Pure Heart's arms, maybe?
I kind of have.
Well, I like that. That it almost the wind is so powerful that it lifts her up and brings her over to Pure Heart.
Sure.
As that happens, Volter's just like. She starts like touching the ground.
What's happening?
Like I don't feel her.
And Deliverance will stop vocal to Voltar. Follow the sound of the wind.
I will try, and yeah, she'll follow it.
All right. Then let's say then that we've made our escape with her.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of I guess there's security and roller derby people. So why don't we all do
Narration?
No, let's do an escape artist. Yeah, let's do an escape artist, or if you don't have that, that's agility. Pure Heart, though, I think should do a. Do you have ground vehicles?
No, I don't have
ground piloting. Ground piloting? No.
No.
No, I don't have ground vehicles.
Well, either way, it's agility. So everyone make that agility test.
I'm George Pura.
Yeah.
I have rerolls of my agility. Hold on.
I got 4 out of 4.
Should
I use my last edge.
Should I use the rest of my edge?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well. We don't get it, so.
3 hits.
Nice.
I got 4.
We rolled well this time.
I also
Never
got
ends.
4.
Nice.
4, 4, 4,
You
and
guys.
4.
All right. So describe your wicked ass getaway.
Well, Pure Heart for sure grabs when the Lord hath delivered Larunda unto him, he grabs her, throws her over his shoulder, and with his other hand with the hammer takes a swipe and knocks down one last Mercury's angel, and then just starts making a book. And he also attaches his hammer to his leather strap, and his thong, and as he's passing by, Voltar grabs her by the hand or the wrist or whatever would be, he's not being delicate, he's just grabbing, and then to lead her away as well. He says, great job, Voltar. Now we must flee.
As you're doing that, you're yanking her arm, and she just goes, ow, 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 and she's straight up rubber eyes.
And he'll also drop his growth spell.
Cool.
Because if that lasts for 6 hours or longer, then
You see a consultant.
Call a doctor.
yeah.
All right.
Can somebody go through this past episode and say how many phallic jokes we
Yeah,
said?
really. Clip
Count
them
those,
all,
please.
Clip them all.
69 of them.
Man.
All right.
I
So
like how all of that was, oh, that's bad. Like,
Oh, it was a reverse THX logo.
our previous
All right, so let's have you like all fucking like pile into
Fritz,
the golden.
wanna-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Fritz, because like everyone's like doing all this crazy stuff, and Fritz just wakes up. He's still invisible. He just kind of stands up, looks around, and then looks in, and like.
And you see like all of these roller derby girls like it's like flooding back out of the Circus Maximus, chasing Pureheart and Voltar and
There's
Deliverance.
one of them that's like, one of them's like, hurry the fuck up, Jesse!
Yeah.
And Jesse's the one with the disabled one, like the disabled roller skates. And she's
Yeah,
like trying to walk with him. She's like, it's the what? What?
Shut up, Adriana. I'm trying. Like,
And yeah, Fritz just kind of like they're all charging out, and Fritz kind of just puts his hands in his invisible pockets and follows them out.
Yeah.
And then sees the rest of everyone and walks up. He's like, I can't even see myself.
And Deliverance, who is beside you and you didn't realize, says, "Well, I'm pretty good." Oh, sorry.
All right.
Volter at this point is just rubbing her eyes, and she's like, I hope this isn't permanent. Like, she's just going through it.
And with that, you all pile into Pureheart's golden Eurocar Westwind.
Please
And
tell me you peel
drive
out,
off.
like you like, and then just take off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you stick Larunda in the trunk? Like, what's happening with that?
For sure. Unceremoniously throws her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop. And with that
Yay.
ends tonight's session. You've run out with Larunda to find out more information about her dealings with the Shedim.
All right, Bobby, this is time. It's time for us to confess. Secretly, we're just trying to make you a permanent member of Join the Anarchy.
Man,
I feel like at this point it's happening.
I love this character, so I will come back and play Pureheart for as long as or as many times as you need me to. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, this has been just never thought that we would end up in Rome, but here we are. So, and I love that this is the character to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where did
I
my
want
pen
to
go?
thank you, because usually the only time I get a half-hour long discussion about religion that I don't understand, it's at Thanksgiving. So now I get 2 of those this week. So.
Yeah.
That was I enjoyed that little conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was very neat.
And the follow-up was really good as well.
Mhm.
Voltar.
No, you can have faith in a flower, but it still does nothing for you.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh
That was
man,
good.
that's a good.
Oh man, put that on your goth me feed.
I stole that
Your
from
goth-
I stole that from my Inquisitor because he had a past friend that said you can look at the sunflower, and it was like a pin that he kept on his collar, and she's like, that sunflower is not gonna help you. Like I stole it from my own brain. So,
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
thank you.
And so, our stream boss is Buff Stuff McGruff.
Hey.
Congratulations.
He's our new
Buff
fan.
Stuff. I know.
Just
He like
discovered
caught
us
up,
this month.
and he caught up on like all of the episodes. Just
I'm so
marathoned
impressed.
them all.
They're
I
so
know.
long.
I know. I wish we had
so
more
sorry.
fans like you that
Yeah.
would just fly through them and catch up, so we can
And now
have
you
more
get
of you here.
You get to make a character with us now.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
Yeah, so contact me on Discord. I think you know how to do it. If not, hop on Discord. Did you know about the Shadowcasters Discord that we've got? Discord.
Oh, tell us, Oz.
Shadowcasters.net/Discord. And we also have Discord in the doobly-doo here on Twitch. And we're also probably also on YouTube. We have that link now. So yeah, check us out. You can join. We have a whole Join the Anarchy channel dedicated to that, but as well as like our general Twitch channel, as well as lots of Shadowrun related content channels, and I mean like lots of fan stuff for the Shadowcasters network. So, and you get to talk to all of us and hang out and, you know, just drop in theories and ideas and hang out and all that. So it's good stuff. So congratulations, Buff Stuff. Our draw will carry over for I think another 2 episodes, and then December 17th is when we're going to do the live drawing for $25 on RPG. So
Early
with that,
Christmas for you guys.
so with that, since we didn't get to do who we are at the beginning of the show, let's just do it now. I am Oz. I am the game master of Join the Anarchy, as well as also the voice of Augustus on Tales from the Stuffer Shack, and voice of Ziggy on Radio Free Detroit, the spin-off show Join the Anarchy, run by our very own Palmer in chat. So definitely
Palmer, plug your shit.
That out. And I do other random things, I'm sure, but I can't think of them right now. Oh yeah, Once Upon a Tabletop I do on this channel, which is our board game stream. We do that with Bobby. And what else do I do? Misspent Youth. Play that.
I don't know if you mentioned your game board games that I can't think of. You said it in the beginning when we were chatting.
Games. Once Upon a Tabletop.
Yeah, he said it,
Okay, I black out. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
So,
What about that stupid improv show you do every couple weeks?
Yeah. It was
Join the Anarchy. I said it. Anyway, yeah. So that's me. That's what I do. So yeah, follow us on at Twitch Anarchy. And yeah. Anyway, so that's me. Let's go. I'm gonna challenge Voltar. Go, Paige.
Hi, I'm Paige. I play Voltar, a completely cybernetic street samurai who has daddy issues. I, Paige Jones, the magnificent Ram Queen, have her own Instagram account where you can buy my artwork, or you can even contact me and get your own commissions. Hold on, I have to paste it. Paste. Follow me there, at the Ram Queen with 2 N's. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is also the Ram Queen with 2 N's. And I'm also going to get DeviantArt and another ArtStation thing going soon. So you can look me up there. You can chat me up anywhere else, even on Discord.
Paige,
you're like mega improving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige, you have to get to we have to get you to Gen Con one year, and we have to buy you a crown, and you have to wear it while we eat dinner at the Ram so that you can be
What? Oh
the
my
Ram
gosh.
Queen.
That's amazing.
Oh, I have another thing to plug. Besides that, thank you, Bobby. That is a beautiful idea. The other thing is that I do Pathfinder Shatter Isles here on the Shadowcasters network. That happens every other week, Saturday at 5.
Yep.
I play Thomas, a awesome wizard.
Awesome
That's
indeed.
about it.
You can catch those on our YouTube channel, the Shadowcasters Network YouTube channel. Those archived episodes are on there. The latest episode isn't up there yet, but the past ones are on there.
Yeah.
So you can catch up.
Ding. Deliverance.
Tag Deliverance, you're it.
I, through the magic of acting, have convinced you that I am Deliverance. But in fact, I am known as Scrim. Every other week I'm on this show called Join the Anarchy. And that's about it for me, although I will say, I did want to add that this group is put together by many people of many different faiths. So all of the views represented are the views of my character, not necessarily myself. And Ziggy of Radio Free Detroit featured in my Shadowrun game that I run with some friends at they went to Detroit and I was like, yeah, there's this podcast and it might get you some of the information you need for this run. And then I linked them. They're like, what? This is a real thing? This is so awesome! They were really excited. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nerds.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Cool. All right, Trav.
What's up? My name is Trav, amateur voice actor and full-time doofus. You may have thought that I was a 94-year-old German man, but joke's on you, I'm a white millennial who can barely speak English. So you can catch me at Mr. Travy Trav on YouTube, Twitter, no, not Twitter, god damn it. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, literally everywhere but Twitter, where it's Travy Trav VA, because you gotta put the VA in your handle when you're an amateur so you look like the total douchebag that you are. And if you're interested in more cyberpunk stuff and also my annoying ass, you can catch me in the thing I just got cast in called and that's gonna be so look forward to that.
That sounds great.
Wait.
Trav, haven't you been paid for a voice acting gig before?
I have been paid for a voice acting.
Then you're not an amateur anymore. So start calling yourself a professional.
It just means that I'm a very good liar.
Isn't that what acting is?
That's one thing I know about being a professional artist is that once you get paid to do shit, you're a professional technically.
That's right. So own it.
And finally, our special beloved guest and will soon be returning guest, and actually already is a returning guest, Bobby.
Hey, my name's Bobby.
Tell us about yourself.
I've got a YouTube channel called Complex Action. It's youtube.com/Complex Action. I do mostly, or all I do nowadays is GM screen stuff, which are little bite-sized rules explanation videos for Shadowrun 5th edition. There's other stuff on there though. I do streaming on the network here as well. Primarily, I do on Thursday nights a World of Warcraft stream right now. I've done a lot of stuff before, but I've kind of toned it back a little bit lately. But a lot of the stuff that I've done, you can still find on, the place where podcasts are found. The Sixth World podcast or the Complex Action Actual Play. You can find those. Those are all Shadowrun-focused things. And I've got I'm working on animating GM screen stuff. So Oz has seen some of the works in progress. But I'm learning animation. I'm excited about that. So anybody who follows my GM screen stuff, look forward to that.
Nice. And with that, we bid you adieu. We shall see. Oh, actually, wait. Hold on. Before we go, let's plug a couple of random things. Okay, so we will be back on December 3rd. That's going to be our next episode. But before then, there's lots of stuff that you can watch, such as Misspent Youth on next Monday, the 26th. Ready Check on both Thursday, the 22nd, and the 29th. That's Bobby's show, World of Warcraft show. On the 28th, Wednesday the 28th, we'll be doing Once Upon a Tabletop with Chris Henry from Crit Squad, where we're going to be playing Agents of Smersh. It's a Kickstarter board game that's set in 1970s, like, secret agent, super campy secret agent cooperative game. It's going to be really fun, and I'm really excited to play that with.
You should definitely watch that, because it's a really good show, and also Chris is amazing.
Yeah, he's hilarious. So and plus Crit Squad being like one of our favorite Shadowrun actual play shows, must go and come.
Right.
You can hang out with him. And then on the 1st is Shattered Isles with Paige, which is a Pathfinder homebrew. And on the 2nd, Sunday, is Starfinder Stellar Drift, with several Shadowrun authors are playing that. Rusty Zimmerman, Kevin Zarnecki, and it's run by Erica Hoffman, who is a friend of ours on the channel. She's done Mediocre at Best with us several times, and So I did all the plugging, and now it's time to raid a friend, and I think we're gonna raid Happy Jack's RPG, who is currently running Dragon Heist, the new adventure. One of the new adventures for D&D 5e. So here we go, and have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, chummers.
If you go out on Black Friday, then be careful, because real.
Oh yeah, and happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day. Don't get run over by people on Black Friday, like Travis said.
Bye.